Hi everyone, thanks for joining us for Northern Ag TV. I'm Grace McDonald. Like many other federal funds, the funding for the St. Mary Siphon repair project is frozen. This is due to the federal review process under the Unleashing American Energy Executive Order. The Milk River Project Facebook page shared this information, but the post also said that their team is still making progress thanks to the state of Montana funding and a renewable resource loan package through the DNRC. Their team is working with federal agencies and congressional leaders to expedite the release of these funds. The Milk River Project Facebook page has also served as a place for updates, most recently sharing that their team, consisting of NW Construction and Pro Pipe Corporation, has been working through the below zero temperatures and making steady progress. One producer commented a thank you, saying that they wouldn't be out in the 40 below weather if their crews weren't working to get them the water they need to make the cow feed. On Thursday, lawmakers at the Montana House Business and Labor Committee heard House Bill 390, also known as the Right to Repair, a bipartisan effort to allow farmers to access the computer diagnostics to repair their own equipment without having to go through a licensed dealer. At the Chamber Ag Committee meeting, Northern Ag Network's Taylor Brown met with Tim Scholes, manager of C&B Operations and Billings, who testified in Helena about the right to repair. Scholes said that there is the technology for sale by dealers to do the diagnosis and repairs, but there is a point in the electronic service devices that will not allow a producer to go further due to potential for damage or safety issues, making the bill non-essential.
If they adjust maybe a safety switch to where it doesn't know that you're out of the seat of the tractor and all of a sudden the tractor is doing something with no operator in it, then we have problems. And maybe somebody shut that safety switch off if they can go too far. So there's certainly some things that we're not going to allow happen. Or, for example, they changed the horsepower in a tractor from 370 to 410 in an 8R tractor. Well, if you've got an IVT that is not offered in an 8R 410, there's a potential for that extra horsepower tearing up a transmission that would cost $65,000 to replace.
South Dakota now prohibits the mislabeling of any non-animal protein products. South Dakota Governor Larry Roden signed the bill that will require packages that contain cell-cultured protein to include the words cell-cultured or lab-grown on the food label. 13 other states have proposed legislation regarding the labeling or banning of alternative proteins in the 2025 legislative session. We'll be back with the markets right after this.
From the beginning, we've worked closely with farmers. BNSF's ties to the agricultural community go back 175 years. Together, we've innovated to make the U.S. agriculture supply chain one of the most efficient and productive in the world. Our strong relationship powers BNSF still today and helps us move the nation like no one else can. At BNSF, we move the nation for you.
Talking with someone that you know is stressed out, those are difficult things to approach, but if you're good friends with those people, reach out and say, I'm here to talk to you. We can find somewhere to get some assistance. It's hard to get involved, but at the same time, you want to just say, hey, there is help available.
For more tips in dealing with stress in agriculture or for free counseling for egg producers, visit beyondtheweather.com.
Thanks for joining us. Back for the markets. Well, the cattle markets fell under pressure on Friday after decent gains in the previous session. The feeders actually led the board to the lower close before heading into the weekend. The market needed to close at least steady for traders to establish a short-term bottom, but traders just were not overly supportive due to the lower cash trade and weak box beef prices. It was an interesting week for the cattle market, though, as traders found their footing for decent gains near the end of the week, but fell to underlying pressure not long after. All feeders over 500 pounds sold higher in Dickinson yesterday. The 5 to 550 pound steers at mostly $385, heavy 5s at $343, the light half of 6s at $346, and even a few 9 to 950 pound steers sold at $268. As for the heifers, heavy 5s at $320 and 7 to 7.5 pounders at $318. The wheat futures had big gains on Friday. Two main things helped move the market along on Friday. Of course, the value of the U.S. dollar softening up, and the wheat export news on Thursday that closed the gap between commitment pace and the Ag Department expectations. That's it for today's Northern Ag TV. Thanks for joining us. Have a good day.